accelerating the consciousness of humanity. And as I'm sitting here in this cool little mojo space, lo and behold, Theresa Vee magically appears to me. Of course, if you're not familiar with Theresa Vee, we're going to give you a little bit of a snippet and insight. You can catch a fuller episode on Expansion Network, where we have the privilege and the honor of having Theresa on Extraordinary Experiences. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. Do you want to tell our audience what you do, your cool mojo thing that you do, and we'll chat a little bit and tell everybody how to get a hold of you and how to find you.
Great. Basically, I'm just a good listener. You can be just as good a listener as I am, but I'm an angelic channel. I do some healing work with people, and I really help people move their own mountains to living their purpose. You know, we get in our own way so many times. So that's kind of what I do.
I think it's all of us getting in our own way, right? We can say it's other things, but it's really a projection force of our own perception of getting in our way, right?
I say that as a master of getting in my own way,
right.
you know? And I feel like that's what we do. We teach what we most need to learn sometimes, so
right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, we've always said that people will ask, you know, how do I find my purpose in life? And a lot of times Julius will say, what's your biggest obstacle?
True.
That's your purpose in life. Right?
True. Yeah.
To master it and then show other people, you know, that same technique or avenue or possibility for itself, right?
I always say, what's that thing that makes you feel like it's kicked you in the gut? Those are the barometers for finding your purpose, because you're here to do something about those exact things. So,
yeah. Right, because we think our purpose is just going to come floating in, right? And we're seamlessly going to transition into all the fields of knowing ourselves. Yeah, because Disney, I didn't say that, because some movies project it that way, right? How long have you been in this form of service for people and interacting with clients and things like that?
So I feel like in terms of being in this form of service, it's been forever. And people from the time I was a little kid sought me out to tell their problems to or to feel better.
Right.
So I just kind of made it official about probably almost 20 years ago. And I started seeing clients right away as soon as I learned some healing techniques, and you know, it was just, I was always that person, like most of you probably are for your friends. So once I learned some healing techniques, I took it right to the table, and I just kept building from there. What do people need now? What do people need now? And kept learning and building.
And I love that, because sometimes, again, we even limit our own selves in the modalities that we do, in the way we do our work. And to always have every form of expansiveness in our lives, especially who we are and what we do. But not everybody does that, okay? And I say that with respect. So I, of course, love it and jive with you that you're in that space. I do have to say that I find it very hard that you've been doing it for 20 years since you're only 20.
Yeah, so are you.
Yeah. So do you hold private sessions, courses, classes, workshops? What do you do for people?
Most of my work is now online by phone or Skype, because my clients are all over the world. So I do courses where we work as a group. I do private sessions in terms of reading and energy therapy sessions. And my goal, which I've started doing, is I want to move all of the work over to being fully donation-based at some point. I just feel like that's the way to go. So all of the energy therapy sessions that I have right now are donation-based, so that anyone who desires healing and is ready for it doesn't have finance as an obstacle right now. So I think it's really important for the world right now that everyone gets exactly what they feel like they need to move to their next level.
Right, and you stated very clearly, you do this virtually, right?
Yes.
As well as in person, or just virtually mostly?
I do mostly virtual sessions, but I do speaking presentations where we can do things in person and work as a group. But most of my work is done virtually in terms of one-on-one and small group work.
What's the toughest thing about what you do?
I think the toughest thing about what I do is explaining it to my family. I think that's probably it, because everything else feels so natural, so in flow, feels exactly like where I'm supposed to be, and it's just the people who've known you forever who don't understand your evolution. How do you make it okay for them? to really speak about who you are and what you do now. And I think that's been my hardest sticking point, but it doesn't hold me back.
Nice. Good for you.
Yeah.
And of course, the joy of assisting others is, I get that, and I know that that's very much a truth for you, but what's another joy for this for you?
The biggest joy for me is being able to be connected to spirit all the time. And I was really blessed in growing up with religion and with spirituality, and having that not be something disconnected from my day-to-day, minute-to-minute life. So I'm so grateful to my parents for bringing me that, but now I get to live it even in my job. And it feels like such a blessing to me to just be able to be in that connection all the time.
Thank you for that. I love that answer. How does everybody get a hold of you? Tell everybody your website, all of your connective information that's comfortable for you.
Perfect. So you can find me at theresavee.com, TheresaVee.com, and basically any social media will be the same thing, Theresa Vee. So that's how you find me, and I look forward to connecting with you.
Thank you for taking the time out of your day.
Thank you for having me.
I love having you. Yes.
I love seeing you here.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks everybody for being with us. Continued programming from the Conscious Life Expo in LA here on Expansion Network. Blessings to you.